Boker Tov, good morning. We continue with our 3-minute daily dose of Torah. I want to study with you a section of the Rambam, the fifth chapter of Kiddush Hachodesh, of sanctifying the new months. The Rambam lays out for us what the practice used to be, that during the time of the great Sanhedrin, when it still sat. I'm reading the wrong section. I'm sorry. The Rambam says that it was always done al pi ha-re'iyah, was done based on the witnesses coming before the Beit Din in Jerusalem. Pause for a second. That was actually the right section, the Rambam. You should know all these practices that we have of controlling the timing of the Rosh Chodesh was only when you had the Sanhedrin, the great court in Eretz Yisrael. They were in charge. He goes on to say, when there wasn't a Sanhedrin be'eretz Yisrael, if there were no Sanhedrin in Israel, they would do none of the shifting of the holidays and all of the Rosh Chodesh dates, and all of the observances of Rosh Chodesh are based on the cheshbon, on the calculations and the calendar that we have employed today. And that, he says, is a halacha Moshe Misinai. It's something that's received from Moshe, that when there is a Sanhedrin, that's how you work. And then when there is not a Sanhedrin, then you follow the calendar. And the Rambam says the following: so when did that start? That all of Israel started observing the calendar based on the calendar and not on Re'iyah. From the time of the end of the sages of the Talmud, be'et shecharva Eretz Yisrael, when the time of the destruction of Israel, v'lo nishar sham Beit Din kavua, and there no longer was even a set Beit Din there at all. Mishnah Ad Yom Abaye v'Rava. From all the time of the sages of the Mishnah and the Gemara till the very last sages of the Talmud, they would always do it al kfiyat Eretz Yisrael. So, when they would do that, Kishahayta Sanhedrin kayemet ve'hen kovin al re'iyah, hayu b'nei Eretz Yisrael v'chol makamot shavim alehem shluchim betishrei osin yamim tovim. Yom Tovim, Yom Achad Bovad. So wherever the messengers would reach and tell them what day was the holiday, they only had 1 day holidays. And the rest of the places which were outside of reach of the shluchim, of the messengers, they kept 2 days. What about Rosh Hashanah? That we'll look at, God willing, tomorrow.